Hi, everyone. So I think, thank you, Juanita. I was just about to do that. So hi and welcome everybody. My name is Jackie Copel. I am the Associate Dean of the Honors College, and I am a proud honors alumna as well. I teach history and computer science for our honor students, and I teach a course called University 101. We're gonna have our whole staff here introduce themselves, and we have one or two guests joining us from other departments at Pace. And so we'll take it away from there. So Mohini, will you get us started?
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. My name is Mohini Gobin. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the Associate Director of the Honors College and also an Honors alum. My cohorts that I advise are the science students, psychology students, pre-med students as well. And I also teach in the psychology department in addition to the freshman seminar class. I'm going to pass it to Bill.
Hi, I'm Bill Offit. Say hi, Bill. Hi, Bill. I am a professor of American history and the faculty advisor for honors, responsible primarily for its curriculum, although I do advise freshman business students and also history and pre-law students. And I will throw it to Nori.
Hello, I'm Nori. I'm on the Pleasantville campus. My cohorts are Leuven and College of Health Professions. I'm also a PACE alum, and I'll pass it to Taylor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Taylor Powers. I'm also a Pleasantville academic advisor. I am a two-time PACE alum. I did my undergrad and grad here. My cohort of students is Dyson School of Arts and Sciences, Seidenberg School of Computer Science and Information Assurance, and the School of Education. I head up the mentoring program on the Pleasantville campus with Carol, and I kind of spearhead a lot of the mental health stuff on this campus as well. I will send it over to Carol.
Hi, everybody. Carol Turco. I'm a senior staff associate located on the Pleasantville campus. Although I'm not a PACE alum, I'm a proud PACE mama. My younger daughter came to PACE. She did her undergrad and grad in School of Ed. So welcome, everybody. And I will pass it to Emma.
Hi, everyone. My name is Emma Kleinberg-Orlick. I'm an academic advisor on the New York City campus. I'm not a PACE alum, but I did previously work here with Seidenberg, and I'm very excited to be here with the Honors College. My cohort includes the creative majors such as film and screen studies, art history, English, communications. And I will pass to Eli.
Hi, everyone. I'm Eli Ratner. I am an academic advisor on the New York City campus. I advise our Leuven business students, so management, marketing, accounting, etc., in addition to our economics and math students. In addition to that, I help out with some of our data management stuff on the back end, which means that you'll probably be getting emails from me over the summer telling you to submit your transfer credits, which you should do because it helps everybody out. And I will pass it to Justin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Justin Ritchie. I'm an academic advisor here as well. I advise the social studies students, so peace and justice, poli-sci, criminal justice, sociology, anthropology, things like that. But I also advise the School of Ed students. I was a teacher for several years myself. I teach a section of University 101. And then I also supervise the Honors Advisory Board, which is like a really great student leadership group, an opportunity for not only first-year students, but for upperclassmen as well. And I will pass it to Flora.
Hi, everyone. My name is Flora Lees, but you can call me Flora. I work with in the New York City campus with the performing arts majors. And I also am the New York City mentoring coordinator, take care of the mentoring program within New York City in collaboration with Mohini. So, thank you and welcome. And I will forward it to Marge.
Hi,
I'm Margaret Kelly. I'm one of the student assistants in the Honors College on the New York City campus. I'm currently a senior majoring in criminal justice and triple minoring in Homeland Security, journalism, and peace and justice studies. I'm also a mentor myself, and I have been for 3 years, and I'm also one of the project managers for the Honors Advisory Board, specifically running the Herald blog. So I'll pass it to Heba.
Hi, my name's Heba. I'm a senior at the Honors College. I'm also another student assistant. I'm a political science major and I'm double minoring in communication studies and pre-law. Aside from being a student assistant, I'm also a part of Honors Advisory Board. I am the external director of marketing. And aside from that, I am also an honors mentor. So nice to meet you all.
And outside of our honors family, we have 2 other people joining us today. So I'll have Juanita and then Heather. Juanita, you want to start?
Hi, everybody. My name's Juanita. I am the Assistant Director of Undergraduate Admission and Recruitment on the New York City campus. I am also a 2-time alum of the university. If you are anywhere in the Southeast, North Carolina, over to Tennessee, down to Alabama, you're my student. I'm an admission counselor. So feel free to contact me. And then I'll pass it over to Heather.
Hi, everyone. My name is Heather Hilbrink. I'm the Associate Director for Financial Aid Systems here at PACE, and I'm just here for a little bit of time, but thank you for having me.
All right, so we're actually going to get started with a piece that we're adding today. You all received an email today from admissions/financial aid with some information. So Heather's actually going to explain what the email you received, and then we'll jump into the honor session. This is the email you received today is special for our honor students. So I'll have Heather start, and then we'll go into our main honor session.
Okay, perfect. So, hi, everyone. I am here basically to discuss the opportunity that PACE has decided to give to just the Honors College admits for fall 24. We completely understand how frustrating the delay of the free application for federal student aid for the upcoming year has been. It's been difficult for schools and students alike. To make it easier for students, you may have received an email previously. The financial aid office did create a financial aid estimator just to give kind of a general idea of what you can expect your financial aid package, your gift aid to be for the fall semester, so it could help you kind of plan ahead. For the Honors College students only, Pace University has decided to guarantee those estimates. So you can know that whatever you get, as long as the information on there stays the same, you can guarantee that you're not going to get less than that amount. So that's kind of the big news for today. And that's what I'm here to share. So if you haven't checked your email yet, check your email. And there is more information there. And then Jacqueline, if any questions arise and I'm not here after, feel free to send them my way and I'm happy to answer them. Anything you want to ask right now? Otherwise, I'll pass it on.
If you use the Q&A ability, you can ask questions right now on this general kind of financial aid. Not specific, as Heather said, we don't have the packages yet, but this feature will help you, we hope, give some peace of mind for the next few weeks until the official packages come in. So if you have any questions right now, you can put it on the Q&A. Heather can stay on for a tiny bit. Otherwise, if you think of them 20-30 minutes in, after she's left, we are more than happy to send those questions over to Heather. But she'll stay on for a few minutes. I'll let anyone think of that. I will say in the Q&A, as you put your questions in, I see there's one already. If they're for during the main honors presentation, it would be really helpful to us if you indicate what campus you are coming from, New York City or Pleasantville, because sometimes the answers might differ slightly. And we want to make sure that the correct advisor is answering you. So.
Yeah, and I'll stay on for a little bit before popping off, but feel free to move on without me. I'll just answer in the chat as they come in.
There are some regular honors question. So we'll get into all the honors stuff as Heather answers anything related to financial aid. And the email did go out late today. I think I saw it in a lot of your mailboxes around maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. So if you're just coming home from school, you might have missed it, but it might be there now. I just went through all 185 attendees' emails before this session, so I did see that it was delivered to each and every one of you. And if you did not have it, we can always resend it, but please check your spam as well. We will get started while Heather's answering questions. So we already did our introductions, but I'll explain what the picture on the screen is. This is actually from our welcome week last year in the New York City campus, which you'll hear more about. Mahini's going to talk to you a little bit about that later. Also see our president up in the corner joining us. We already did those introductions, but in case you want to contact any of us, these are our titles again and our email addresses. I didn't say the cohort I work with. Within the Honors College, I have, on the New York City campus, I have the computer science students. That's who I advise. And everybody else said their cohort when they went through it. All right, Bill, take it away.
So I don't know that I'm going to be able to compete with money for your attention, but I'm going to give it a shot and see how it goes. I, in the last 10 or 15 years, attended maybe 25 different college presentations for my son and daughter in a variety of different schools, big schools, small schools, public, private, East Coast, West Coast, even abroad. And none of them, I thought, expressed something about the ambience or something about the feeling of what it was like to be part of those schools very well. They all said very interesting things, but none of them, for instance, gave you comics. So with that as an intro, here we have, stolen from Matt Groening, who later went on to The Simpsons, an introduction to the types of college teachers. I am one, Jackie's one, we have others who do University 101. One of the big differences academically in college from high school is that you will get to choose your classes. And part of the choosing of the class is the type of professor. Here are, for your public edification, the 9 different types of college professors. I hope your chat works. I will see if it does, but I want you to get to your chat buttons right now. This is the audience participation part. Among all of these 9 types, I self-identify as one. The question for $100 million and a PACE degree, the question, which one do I self-identify as? And I'll give you a hint, it's not the beloved babbling grandpa with tenure. I'm going to rule that one right off. Which of the other 8 do you think I am? Not sure your buttons work, so I will wait another second or two, see if anybody answers in the Q&A. Or bright and brilliant. That's a good answer. I appreciate that. Genius from another dimension. Yes. In another nice little nobody, not quite. I do appreciate the humbling thing. There you go, Alfredo. Alfredo, you win. You get an immediate degree and don't have to go to school ever again. This offer not good anywhere in this universe. I am a single theory to explain everything maniac. Now, the basic principle of showing you this is to get you to realize that in college, you will decide within 5 minutes, whether you like the professor. And you'll decide whether you like the course material, the subject matter, and how it's being taught within the first college hour. Whether you come to PACE or go someplace else, here's the rule. If you like neither the professor nor the material, move. That's one of the things we offer you, a chance to move. to get into a class that you like. We are not guidance counselors from high schools who often served as gatekeepers in my kids' experience. We want you to be in charge of your own education. We want you to be partners, and thus, if you like neither the professor nor the material, there's a moving time, and it's right at the beginning of the semester. We'll come back to the type of courses we offer in a minute. Right now, I want to go to the next slide, and I believe Eli's got that one.
All right, so we're gonna get into all the amazing stuff that we're gonna do for you, but we're gonna talk a little bit about what we ask you to do for us. Don't worry, it's nothing too scary. So the requirements to graduate from the Honors College and maintain good standing in the Honors College are, firstly, you must maintain an overall GPA of a 3.3. You secondly need 8 honors experiences. So these are typically classes, but they can also be other experiences such as study abroad or doing an internship or serving on the honors advisory board or being a mentor. And an important thing to note about these honors classes is these are not additional classes. These are classes that you're going to be taking anyway. You know, for example, all students are required to take English 120. So most likely you're going to take an honors version of that class. It's not an additional class, it's just a swap, basically. And finally, all honors students are required to do an honors thesis. Now, there are 2 ways you can do this. You can do a around 25-page research paper on a topic of your choice. Or if you'd prefer, you can do a creative thesis that is available to all majors. And that could be something like a play, a novel, making an app. One of my marketing students made a truly stunning fashion magazine. So lots of options, and that does still require a 10-page research component, or a paper component. Now, you might be thinking, what happens if I or my student doesn't maintain these requirements? So it's not that scary. Firstly, the student will be placed on honors probation, which is just a way that your student and their advisor can know that they need to put in a little extra work to get back up to meeting the requirements. They have a full academic year, fall and spring semester, to get up to the requirements. If the student does, they will be taken off probation. Everything goes on just fine. If they do need an additional semester, they can apply and get 1 more semester of appeal. At that point, if the student still hasn't met the requirements, that is when we would have to dismiss them from honors. They do not get dismissed from PACE, just from honors, so they can continue on as a mainstream PACE student. And it is important to note that we dismiss very, very few students. So this is something, you know, try your best not to be stressed about it. You have a fantastic team, all of us here working with you, so that if you end up in that situation where you find yourself on probation, you're going to have so much support to get back to where you need to be. So I think if I covered everything, we can move on.
And it's back to me. Honors offers a curriculum that is a menu. It is not the same for every student. Rather, like I said regarding choosing professors, you will choose your courses each semester from a list of honors courses. We are looking for you to do 1 honors course a semester. An average student takes anywhere from 4 to 6 courses, so the rest of your curriculum will be in the general student body, either requirements or your major. But we offer courses that are different. We offer courses that are not more work. You in high schools probably have had honors classes, AP classes, IB high-level classes, where all that seems to be different about these classes is more work. That's not our attitude. We offer you different work. We offer you better work. We offer you things that will appeal to each and every one of you, we hope. Among them are learning communities, which are 2 courses wrapped around a common theme. I teach in learning communities all the time. The two lower left middle pictures show my single theory to explain everything called reacting to the past, which is a complete full-bodied simulation which drops students into a particular historic situation as real people with real choices based on the documents and the options available then. The woman on the sort of lower left is participating in the Henry VIII game, where we have mock executions, Henry VIII being a rather bloody figure. In the center is my game on Greenwich Village. These are campaigners for women's suffrage. The two bigger pictures on the right column reflect another learning community, which Jackie has done, that's involved classic civilization. At the top one, I believe, is at the Met, and the bottom one is from a trip they took pre-pandemic to, is that Rome or Greece? I forget which, but they always go have a chance in the classic civilization to travel as part of their courses. The others are just in the lower left, I believe, is from Design Factory, which does, or the upper middle, okay. The Design Factory is another different way of doing things, which connects students with business, computer science, art, and work with a real product to get it to market. So we have a bunch of courses on the menu. There are non-exclusive honors courses. The ones we were just talking about are just for honors courses, but we have others which we think are honors worthy. We give credits for travel. We choose the best teaching professors we can possibly find. And we want you, if you don't like what you were in for an honors class, to move. We want you to take internships. We want you to take all sorts of opportunities that work best for you. That's our part of the partnership. And so I think it's back to Eli now.
Actually, it is back to me.
Oh, to Mohini, my bad.
All good. So another part of the partnership that Bill's talking about is advising, and Honors takes advising very seriously. And as you can see, we do a lot for our students. So every honors student is assigned to an honors advisor, one of the many who are here today, which is based on the student's primary major or whoever's their University 101 instructor, which is the freshman seminar class. This is an exception. The only exception are the SANS students. So these are the only students that have an additional support, which is usually their faculty head of their program. But that being said, Flora, who works with the SANS students, works really closely with the SANS faculty to make sure that classes are scheduled correctly and that we're fitting in both those honors requirements and whatever they need for their program. So we have a close relationship, and I know that's something a lot of students are concerned about when they're performing arts, to figure out how do we work together. We work together really well, and we've been doing this for many years. So for the different types of advising and help that we do, first and foremostly, we are helping with creating 4-year plans, 3-year plans, and we say 4 and 3-year plans because many of our students come in with lots of credits. And if they want to graduate early or they want to do a combined degree program, our advisors are there to help them from the beginning to talk about how that might impact their time. We help with picking courses. Right now, we're in our registration season, and so we're selecting courses or helping the students select courses based off of their interests, or majors, minors, all the different combinations they're interested in doing. We are happy to help to kind of let them see how to make that happen. But different than perhaps what was happening in high school, we also help with the personal stuff. We help with the partner problems, roommate issues, problem with the professor, problem going on at home, whatever it may be. We're here to listen to all of that and help guide them and help support them during that time. But going back to the academic stuff, graduate school, we help with their applications, understanding how to go through the process, because while we want you to come here, get your degree, we also want to help you achieve any other postgraduate plans that you're interested in. I do the pre-med advising, so if any students are interested in that, I'd be your contact person. And Bill does the pre-law advising, as that is also his area of expertise. We help with prestigious scholarships, internships, study abroad. We connect our students with current students who've gone through those experiences and alumni. Any sort of outside opportunities that students are looking for, we help with. Research is a big one. We listen to what your interests are, connect you with the right faculty and opportunities to do research. That's usually connected to the thesis, and maybe they'll use that research to do their thesis project, which once again, we said is later on in their academic career. And I think a big part of what we do for advising is helping the student navigate PACE's bureaucracy. And what we mean by this is we're not going to know every single answer, but what we will do is help you reach the later point or the best person who will answer that question for you. And so this has been really crucial because I've worked in many offices, Jackie's worked in many offices, as a lot of us are PACE alum, honors alum. We have lots of connections at the university that can help you navigate the system, which can be really confusing, and we want to help you with that. But once again, it's a partnership. We want to hear from you so we know how to best support you. And then another thing we do, we constantly do audits. And we want to make sure you're graduating on time, making sure that you have the classes you need so you're not going to stay off track and you have all the support overall you need. So that's it for advising.
Just to chime in, on the Pleasantville campus, we always say Carol knows a guy. There's always a person that between all of us that we know that can help get things done and helps answer students' questions. Housing. For our students that are choosing to reside on campus, we have honors floors. So we require any student that is going to reside on campus that they must live with honors for their first year. If you are commuting, you are commuting. We're not requiring you to live on campus. But for our on-campus residents on the New York City campus, we have, for our freshmen, we have 3 floors in 15 Beekman. That is the newest dorm building. We have 3 on floors. We have 21, 22, and 23. Those are some of the upper floors. And they have million-dollar views. They're absolutely spectacular. During PACEBound, if you do come, if you haven't already come, if you come on the next one, in April, we will have special tours that our students are giving of 2 of our different suites. So 15 Beekman is suite style. There are different suite combinations. A lot of our students live in kind of combinations of about 9 students with 2 bathrooms and different kind of combos of 2s and 3s and 4s in the room. The student on the screen is living as a freshman, just moved in this summer into 15 Beekman and is a 2nd generation honors student. Her sister was honors and now she is honors. So if you are coming, you're going to live as a freshman in 15 Beekman. If you want to choose to stay on the New York City campus and continue to live on honors housing as you become a sophomore, junior, or senior, you can choose to do so. We have 33 Beekman right next door, and that's for our upperclassmen. If you don't want to live in honors as you become a sophomore, junior, or senior, you want to move off campus, that is totally fine. But a lot of our students like to stay on in honors housing. Mohini did that when she was a student and lived in 33 Beekman. So that is an option. In Pleasantville, the same thing is required. All of our students are required to reside on campus if they are going to live on campus their first year. For our freshmen, they're going to live in Alumni Hall. That is the freshman dorm building. We have a floor dedicated to our honors freshmen. And for our upperclassmen, the same rules apply. If they want to live with honors, they can live in Elm Hall. All of our honors floors have honors resident advisors called RAs. They are chosen by the Honors College. We work with housing to do this, and our students usually have great relationships with their honors RAs. We have priority placements. So the Honors College has its own honors housing process. Housing is going to open up actually today. If you've deposited, you can start filling out your housing information, and roommate matching and all that's going to take place this summer. And we work, as we get to know all of you, we work with housing to make sure that you're placed in rooms and suites that make sense for you. And we have our own separate process, so you don't kind of have to do that. And then if you stay on with upper class housing, we have an honors process for those floors as well. We have a lot of different events for the floors. In Pleasantville, we actually have a lounge on our floor. And so there's been all kinds of like game nights and movie nights and like, I think it's like a stuff a plush. On the New York City campus, we don't have lounges in our on our floors. There's just the overall, but the students come and hang out in our lounge space or go out into the city. Mohini likes to talk about when she was a student, they went and got cronuts. Now I think the equivalent of a cronut is the new cookie croissants that they're going out and getting. But there's all kinds of events going on. I will just reiterate, again, if you are living on campus for your first year, you have to live on honors housing, and that includes for the athletes as well. Laura will take it away for mentoring.
Now, we know that our advisors are going to play an important role in your first year, but we don't want you to take just our word for it. We believe that peer mentorship is just as important as part of the college experience. So with the honors mentoring program, we connect first year students with upperclassmen who can just serve as a guide academically, socially, can help them adjust with any personal challenges that they may have. And just in general, the mentor can be a peer familiar face within honors and just within the PACE community overall. And we want our students to lean on this mentorship opportunity for other outside opportunities that the mentor may be able to have access to. For example, any internships. We've had many mentors that have passed on their internships to their mentees, and through those connections have been able to land those internships and jobs through them. So we find those connections very important. In order to make the matches the best possible, we are going to have you complete an honors questionnaire, and we just asked for you to complete it as detailed as possible. And basically what the questionnaire is that it gathers information about you, your majors, any interests that you may have, any other preferences that may be important for us to know in order for us to best pair you with the most compatible mentor. So remember, the more details that you share, the better that we can connect you. Just in general, mentorship, we value it and we place a high importance of the mentorship program within honors. And we're here to answer any questions that you may have. Myself as a mentoring coordinator to help guide yourself, but in addition to help support the mentors in their connection with you. So we can't wait to read your surveys and get you matched with a great mentor. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. We'll continue to chat in the future.
I just want to jump in and add some of our mentoring families I've been with honors 10 years now. Some of them have gone back that long. They're great grand mentors. We have an example right here of Owen. He's a couple greats now. I don't know if you'd be happy to know how old he is now, but whose mentees became mentors and so on and so forth. So we have that kind of family tree or a big little system. We're used to kind of that Greek life. And we're really proud of those family relationships, those mentoring relationships that have lasted on both campuses for many years. And we're excited to continue to see that happen. And those relationships often are formed during Welcome Week.
Right, so Honors Welcome Week, it is a very exciting part of the honors experience. So right now we already have the dates in which Honors Welcome Week is going to happen, but essentially this is a week or a little less than a week where students are able to move on campus earlier and do a wide variety of things. So the New York City Welcome Week is going to be scheduled for August 28th to the 31st. And then Pleasantville Welcome Week is going to be August 29th through the 31st. Like I said, students who are living in the residence halls will be moving in early and settle in before everyone else. Those who are commuters are still expected to participate in Welcome Week. They just won't stay in the residence halls like orientation. And essentially what happens during this time is that there are lots of bonding events for you to meet one another, meet the honors mentors, or meet your mentor, and then also meet the rest of the staff. I mean, you're getting to meet us during this session, but there's a lot more to us that we want you all to know. And so that's a great opportunity for you to kind of see us more as people as we are partners. We do also have some information sessions, and here students are able to get some information about like the student experience, alumni experience, and so forth. We have time for you to have your first University 101 class, and so you can meet those people who are going to be with you throughout the semester, support you and such. We do tours of PACE, so you can find all your classes without everyone being on campus, which is a huge perk. Navigating both campuses can be a little challenging, so we want to help you with that before everyone else moves on campus. And then for those who are living in New York City, we have tours of the city because the campus, your campus is New York City. So we want you to become comfortable. We take the trains, our mentors show you how to like get around, give you some tips and tricks and so forth. And like we said, it's a large part of like you getting to know your mentor, figuring out how to get that best support. As you can see in some of these pictures, these are some of the pictures of mentees from our last welcome week meeting their mentors. Our mentors are so excited to talk to the students. And it's overall like one of those weeks to help you settle in before you have to start classes. I'm gonna pass it to Nori, who's gonna talk a little bit more about additional perks Honors has.
So besides working with our amazing staff, some of the perks of being in Honors College are you get access to our alumni, and our alumni provide a network of jobs, internships, and opportunity. Say that we're a family and alumni take vested interest in our upcoming students, so they like to bring them along and like help them get into the job market when they can. We have priority registration for classes. Honors students register 3 days before the mainstream students, so you'll get your classes first. We have honors only events that are curated by our Carol and our staff and our team. And these events are especially for the students, only for honor students, and they're picked by our students, so you know, can have a good time. We have a minimum of a $15,000 scholarship, and you can apply for up to $1,000 if you want to do a study abroad. You can also apply for up to $1,000 for research, special research and travel opportunities. And then we have 2 honors lounges, one on the NYC campus that is open 24/7, and the other on the Pleasantville campus that is open during normal business hours. We have leadership opportunities, and we also have honors distinctions on the transcript and in the commencement book, honors medallion and honor certificate for upon graduation. And we like to say we're a small community, but everyone is like a family. So we take care of each other.
And some examples you can see on the screen. We have the in New York City, we have $5 Broadway tickets. In Pleasantville, we have $10 Broadway tickets. So that's always our head over heels. We just saw The Notebook, and we're about to see Sups and Great Gatsby as well. Nora, I think you went with them to the ice skating in Pleasantville. So we do some trips off campus. Depending on what the weather is, ice skating or pumpkin picking or apple picking. And that was the Pleasantville crew headed down to us in New York City to see a Yankee game. We almost saw Judge make history, but alas, he didn't do it that night for us.
One of my favorite events is always our Brooklyn Nets trips to go watch these basketball games. So it's always a good time had by all. We actually got the opportunity to see honors alum actually dance at the Brooklyn Nets. So for the Brooklyn Nets, so it was a great full circle moment.
And I think Taylor's about to talk about that.
I am. Thank you for that segue. So we talk a lot about kind of hypothetically what you can accomplish as an honor student, but we wanted to give you some real life examples of the things that our honor students have accomplished. So as you can see, there's a list of prestigious scholarship winners from Fulbright to Watson to Cyber Corps, Millennium Fellows. A ton of our students have worked incredibly hard and won those scholarships and had the opportunity to really benefit from all of that. Over 100 top commencement awards in the last few years. Actually, last year, our valedictorian and our community service winner were both honor students. The valedictorian was from the city campus and the community service winner was from the Pleasantville campus. So we were very well represented at commencement last year, and we're hoping to keep that trend up. We've had Jefferson Award winners. Every semester we get a couple of Disney College program students, which is not a broad experience. Let's get that out there right now. Very different. The Federal Reserve Challenge team and Model UN, I believe that the Fed Ivies pretty consistently, so they're a very successful team. We have dancers from the Rockettes, from the Nets, like Nori said. We have students who are on Broadway and TV. So if you look on the bottom, that is one of the previous honor students who was in High School Musical, the TV show. That middle photo is our students going to see the Nets, the dancers, and the top is the Fed team. So all of our students, past, present, and future, very motivated and very successful in all of the areas that they have set their minds to.
So you've heard a lot of great information from us and from our students on the panel. But we wanted to give you a little more kind of context here so you can take a look, maybe take a screenshot on your phone if you want to read. But here are some quotes directly from our honor students. It's important to us that you hear from them as well, because ultimately it's their experience. And just looking at some of the pictures on the right. So the first picture is Kelsey. She wanted to do Fulbright from her very first semester. And this is her achieving that dream in Zambia. The following picture is Jackie Mohini going to see the Rockettes, something that the Honors College does every single year. As mentioned on the last slide, we do have some alumni who are part of that. So it's really a great opportunity to go out and support fellow alumni. And as it's been mentioned multiple times, honors is a family. It continues to be a family past graduation as well. So here's also Jackie Mohini attending the wedding of two of our previous student aides in Honors College. So you can see it's really, really important to create network, and you know, alumni can be found at each other's baby showers and weddings and you know, all types of events. So it really extends beyond just the 3-4 years that you're here. And now on to Justin for FAQs.
How's it going, everyone? So some frequently asked questions. First, how many students are in the Honors College? Roughly speaking, there's around 1,000 students total. That's going to be about 357 in Pleasantville, 100 of those students being freshmen, and about 727 students in New York City, including our students in our 5-year programs or combined degrees or accelerated degrees. And out of that 727 students, we have about 200 freshmen as well. Do we accept AP and IB college credits? Yes, we do accept those credits. When it comes to AP, IB, we're generally looking for scores of 4 or above, though. Do I need to have a specific major to be in the Honors College? Absolutely not. We take students from every major, all schools as well. And so you will be fit into the cohort depending on what major you come in with. And if you come in as undecided as well, that's totally fine as well. Working with your academic advisors, being in some of your classes will help determine your major as you go through the program. And then, do you need to live on the honors floor? Yes, you do. First year students or freshman students will be on one of the honors floors in 15 Beekman. So brand new building, absolutely beautiful, great views of the city from all floors, which is awesome.
Or alumni in Pleasantville. And again, it's only if you choose to reside on campus.
And then these are some places where honors students have worked. So as you can see, a wide variety of different types of places, adding to it every day. And so, yeah, lots of great opportunities here as well. Just having students reach out to advisors is also great because advisors stay in touch with alumni, right? You know, we have been speaking to students who have recently graduated. And so I think one of the great things about honors as well is that, you know, we can connect students to alumni, right? We can have upperclassmen mentor young incoming freshmen, right? And there are many examples where internships have been passed along, right? Jobs have been, you know, students have helped get jobs in some of these industries as well because of people that they know, because of alumni that have been in honors as well. So a really great community for that.
Okay, now I know that all of you guys are so excited to enroll in PACE and you want to be part of the Honors College, but you don't know how to do that or what you do next. I'm here to tell you that. So first, you'll want to sign up for one of our either special interest tours, which are happening on Pleasantville, for an upcoming PACE bound. It's an opportunity for you to come to campus, see us in person, chat with some students who are currently honor students within the school or major that you're interested in to find out more kind of personal, real life experiences from the students. You have to submit your tuition and housing deposit if you're living on campus by May 1st. The Honors College does not accept deposits past May 1st. So if you are looking to be in the Honors College, you must do it on or before that date. If you deposit before April 15th, you will get an email on the 15th to select your orientation date and submit your honors questionnaire to start picking your classes. That is our priority date. So the sooner that you get it in, the sooner that we can build your first semester schedule. After that, it'll be on a rolling basis. If you are currently enrolled in dual enrollment classes, or if you're planning on taking college classes over the summer, please keep those syllabi so that when the time comes, they can be evaluated for transfer credit. If you are only taking APs, then you'll have to have those sent to PACE. If you did not list any of the colleges that you were interested in on the College Board website when you took them in your junior year, you can go in and add PACE to them and have them sent over so that we can process those for transfer credit as well. And then we have a next step seminar on May 6th. So save the date for that and make sure that you join us to get even more information after you've deposited.
Yep. Carol, you're muted.
Sorry. Yeah. Orientation dates. The dates that are highlighted in yellow are the preferred dates. That's when most of the students do come. It gives them a chance to meet each other and really start forming the honors bond right away. Will we be there all summer at all different weeks? Of course we will be. The later dates that are not highlighted are usually less well attended by honors students. So we really do encourage you, if at all possible, to sign up for one of the 2 yellow dates on whichever campus. You don't need to come to both. And you don't need to come to both campuses, just one of the weeks on one of the campuses. And there's also virtual options there also.
And why we take the first, we try to take the first 2 is you'll need to pick your roommate, usually by July 1st. So if you come in person and attend one of those honors designated sessions, you will be meeting a large portion of the honors student population. And maybe you'll find somebody or multiple people that you want to room with.
And this is our contact us page. You may want to take a screenshot with your phone of this so you know how to reach us on social media. We do our best to keep all of these different sites updated. So that's just another way to reach out to us and see what we're up to at the Honors College. And I'm going to turn it over to Jackie for any questions.
So I know you all have been putting questions in the chat and the Q&A, and my staff hopefully has been doing a great job keeping up. They told me there were a few questions that I might want to go over or reiterate one more time, so I will do that. And I'm sure they're going to keep answering what's in the chat while I keep this question screen up. Just want to reiterate for housing why we have our honors first year students live together. We have been doing this for many years. I've been with the Honors College as a staff member for 10 years now. And over the years of doing this, we found that our honor students who lived with other honor students before we made it required had better dorming experiences. We had less roommate conflicts. There was more community on the floor. The students had a better experience in their dorm buildings. And most of the conflicts were coming from mixed pairs, an honor student with a non-honor student. And why that was happening is honor students tend to have similar interests and similar things, behaviors. They also tend, when there's a quiz or something coming up, they want to study, and their roommate is going to understand that. Our honors floors do have a lot of fun. There usually can be, especially in the beginning of the semester when everybody knows each other straight off of welcome week, they can be quite loud and everyone's having fun. But also during the times of quizzes and tests and finals, they can get quiet and everyone kind of understands what everyone's going through. We had the pleasure this year of having everyone living in 15 Beekman and Alumni Hall. And I worked move-in. I was running up and down between all the rooms. The families were so great. Everybody was helping each other out. These families hadn't even met each other, and there was that community from day one. The first couple families to move in then started to help the other families move in. They were lifting beds, they were putting up posters and other things for their families, or hanging lights, running to the stores for each other, and it was a wonderful thing to see on day one of early move-in. And so we have had that year after year of that great experience, and we want to keep that community and family up. Hiba and Marg lived on the honors floor, so you can also ask them any kind of questions in the chat on that. For transfer credits, to reiterate what Justin had said, and I'm sure my staff in the chat have as well, AP and IB, we take 4 or higher, with the exception for AP of one of the computer science exams, and then IB, it needs to be higher level. For college credit, it needs to be C or higher. You need to send official transcripts in from your college, not from the high school. So if you took a course at St. John's through your high school, we need the transcript straight from St. John's. We'll go over all of this in the summer, early summer, I would say May, when you all start depositing, and explain the whole process. Eli is going to be a big person emailing you all on that as well. But we do take those transfer credits, and when you fill out your questionnaire with us in April or May 1st about your schedule for the fall, we will ask you to list all the courses you think you're bringing in, and we will make sure to build those into your kind of 4-year and 3-year plan, and make sure we're not double counting anything. And we work with you to kind of build that first year schedule, which is a big difference between us and mainstream, that you will have this kind of input into your schedule, and you will get them about 1 to 2 months prior to everyone else. You should get your fall schedule by Memorial Day if you fill out everything on time, which is really cool. To go over, there were some questions about the scholarship and what happens if you don't keep up the 3.3. I know Eli talked about it, but again, to reiterate it, if you are between a 2.0 and a 3.29 GPA at the end of an academic year, that means like June, you will go on honors probation. You will not lose your scholarship while you're on honors probation. The only thing that changes is you have to meet with an honors advisor more often. You have a full year to bring up your GPA back to a 3.3. And if you do, you get off of honors probation, you keep your scholarship, everything is full. If you do not bring up your GPA at the end of a year, excuse me, if you are not locked out, you will be able to appeal for another semester and have another semester to try to bring up your GPA. If after that point you still don't, you would be dismissed from honors and your scholarship would be adjusted. I will say we've been doing this for 10 years. We don't have that many students that fall into that category. It is everyone's job on this call to make sure that doesn't happen. And that's why we have tons of probation appointments and work with the Learning Center, Learning Commons, and all of that to make sure that students can bring up that GPA. The students that usually get dismissed are students that kind of disappear on us and don't go to class at all and sort of don't want to do college. So that's a rare kind of case, but we do have students in that boat from time to time. I think those were the big questions. I'll stop share. If you have any questions, again, for Mark or Hiba, our students on the call, please put that in the chat. I will see if there's anything else that comes in. Otherwise, I will say our near.
I was just going to say, one of the questions in the chat, I think or the Q&A would probably be better, the ARE AOK one. Do you want to do that, or you want me to do it?
I didn't see the questions. If you want to do it, go right ahead.
Okay, sure. So someone asked, what are ARE and AOK courses? So the AOKs are our areas of knowledge. That is an opportunity for each student to take classes outside of their major in order for them to have a well-rounded experience. Most employers and people outside of college life look for people with varied experiences, not just super concentrated and niche. So the AOKs are ways for you to have those experiences and take those classes, whereas the ARE courses are anti-racist education courses. PACE has been committed to being an anti-racist institution, and those are courses that incorporate that into the curriculum for those courses. So depending on what your major is, the number of AOKs that you need is variable, but every student will need 2 ARE courses.
And then we also just have one question that's asking if we can show the slide with the contact details for the, I think for the staff, I'm assuming. Yeah, the slide at the beginning of the presentation.
Of course, give me 1 second and I will do that. Really quickly, in case you didn't get that when we were doing our introductions, for me, I have the computer science students on the New York City campus as my advisees. Bill has mainly freshmen, but it's a combination, but usually business and pre-law on the New York City campus. Mohini has the sciences and pre-med on the New York City campus. Eli on the, now I'll say all New York City campus for a second. So Eli's got economics, business economics, math, and our business students. Flora, that one's super easy, has all of performing arts, so all of SANS. Justin has the social sciences on like, so that's like political science and sociology and all of that on the New York City campus. Emma has more of the humanities-based students, so that's sort of like the English, art history, film and screen studies, creative ones that are not performing arts. In Pleasantville, Taylor has School of Education, computer, Seidenberg, our computer science students, and has all of Dyson, which are our humanities. Nori has all of the College of Health Professions, so that's anyone a lot that are in nursing, and our Lubin students, which means our business students. So that's our breakdown. If one of my staff members could put in the chat, we'll give our general emails as well in case you're just unsure where to direct your question. Our Carol answers it for Pleasantville. Our student aides work in New York City and they answer it for us and direct it. So those can go in the chat in case anyone needs that. I'll leave this up for another few seconds in case anyone else wants to screenshot it. The only person we didn't introduce today who's not on the call is Lindsay Lee, our senior thesis advisor who works with our students on both campuses for their thesis.
And we did have one more question that I do not know the answer to off the top of my head. How many performing arts students are there? I'm assuming this person means in honors, but they might mean overall.
In honors, we get about 50 students a year. So roughly it would be about 200. It's a little less, but it tends to average about 50 students a year.
129-ish, give or take some of you per year.
I don't know if anyone, yes, thank you. If that's it, we'll stay on for a few more minutes in case anyone has more questions. We're happy to answer them. You can also just hit hosts and panelists, that option to send us a private question or email us any additional questions. Otherwise, we are really to see you at a future Pacebound. We have 2 more coming up, 3 more coming up, sorry. 1 in New York City in person, 1 in Pleasantville in person, and then we have a virtual, which for honors is going to be both campuses. So you can come and see us again. It's more meeting our students and kind of hearing their stories and less from the staff. This is our only staff-centric thing that we do all during the admissions process. And otherwise, you can email us And we hope that we will be emailing you on April 15th and working with you to build your schedule from April 15th through May, and then getting a chance to see you on campus for orientation. Like I said, we'll stay on to answer any questions that are still in the chat. And but feel free to go if you have had all your questions answered. Thank you for spending your Monday night with us. Thank you all.
Thanks, everybody. I think Carla had a question, Jackie, and so did Joseph.
For
Stop recording.